today we are going to be talking about the phenomenon that is the Mandela effect. So if you don't know what the Mandela effect is, firstly, where have you been? And secondly, some people believe it's evidence of parallel universes, but it's basically when a group of people believe that something once was something that it now isn't. So this all started and got its name from Nelson Mandela. Many people remember him dying in the 1980s. It was in a lot of literature that he did die in the 1980s. However, he actually died in 2013 and that was publicised and the media was on it. So he never died in the 1980s. However, a lot of people remember that he did. A few Mandela effects are, so you know how Maltesers from Nestle are spelt, so it's like T's, so it's T-E-A-S-E, Malteser. Well, it's not. It was never spelled that way, it never has been. It's Malteser like this, which to me just looks completely wrong, but whatever. Also, another one I found the other day was the Friends theme tune. You know that You're Welcome. That one. It's when the rain starts to pour. Now, I always thought it was when the rain starts to fall, and I know a lot of people who thought the same. Certainly in the UK here, family and friends thought it was when the rain starts to fall, but it's not, it's pour. So, mind blown on that one. People remember as well the cheese with the laughing cow on it, the red cow with the weird cheese earrings. A lot of people remember them having a nose ring, like me. It was yellow. I remember this, but never existed. Never existed. She's never had a nose ring. Another popular one is Sex and the City. It is not Sex in the City, and there's been perfume and stuff throughout the years that has said Sex in the City. So that just proves that surely it should be Sex in the City, but it's not. It's never has been. It's always been Sex and the City. The Monopoly Man, moustache, top hat, sometimes he has a cane. Do you remember the monocle he had? Yeah, I remember the monocle he had, but it never happened. He did not have a monocle. He's never had a monocle. This one blew my mind as well, which was in Pokemon, Pikachu had a black stripe at the end of his tail. So he has the brown one at the base of his tail, but he had a black stripe at the very end of his tail, at the tip of his tail. Now, I remember drawing this, and my brother drawing this, and we've looked, and the drawings that we did still exist with him with a black stripe at the tip of his tail. But I don't know why, because apparently it never existed. That never happened. He's never had a black stripe at the tip of his tail. It's always just been normal yellow. Some of these are pretty old, but I thought that I'd mention them anyway, just in case you guys haven't heard about them. So the JFK assassination, obviously everybody knows about it. Everybody's watched the documentaries, seen the pictures. How many people were in the car? Because I always thought it was 4. In history, I specifically remember watching the documentary and there was definitely only 4 people in the car. But if you Google it, there's a lot of pictures that confirm that there was not 4 people in the car, there was actually 6. That's quite an unusual one. If you ever watched Wacky Races as a kid, there was the intro, which was Catch the Pigeon, which I'm sure a lot of you know. But it's not Catch the Pigeon, it's Stop the Pigeon, which again is just weird. I don't know anybody who says Stop the Pigeon at all, but again, if you Google it, it's true. So a couple of Star Wars ones for funsies. Darth Vader, he doesn't actually ever say the line, Luke, I am your father. He says, no, I am your father. So he doesn't actually say Luke. And even the actor himself has been seen quoting and saying, "Luke, I am your father." So that's really quite weird. And also, this blew my mind. I had to get my DVDs out and go and watch them all again. C-3PO, who, for those of you who don't watch Star Wars, is the gold robot. He has a silver leg the entire time. It's not after a certain movie, it's not in a certain movie, it's the entire time. He's had a silver leg the entire time and nobody ever noticed. I never noticed. My brother, he's a huge Star Wars fan, never noticed. Let me know down in the comments if you already knew about this or if you did notice, because you're observant. The Mona Lisa, I remember learning about the Mona Lisa in art class and how she was an emotionless girl and she was never smiling, and he painted a woman in his vision and she was emotionless. Well, now she's smirking. If you look at images now, she is smirking. She's not flat faced like she used to be. She's almost smiling, so that's pretty weird. A couple of Disney ones, because I like Disney. So Snow White, mirror mirror on the wall. It's not mirror mirror on the wall, it's magic mirror on the wall. And also, it's not who is the fairest of them all, it's who is the fairest one of all. Kit Kat, the chocolate bar, I always remember it having a little squiggly dash. It's never had a squiggly dash. It has always been one word, Kit Kat. It's never had a dash. It hasn't had a straight one either, because some people remember it having a straight one. It's never had a straight dash either. It's never had any sort of dash. Fruit Loops, always spelled Fruit Loops. Apparently not. Apparently it's F-R-O-O-T, as in Fruit Loops, to match with the loops. Curious George has never had a tail. I remember watching the movie as a kid and I was sure he had a tail, but apparently not. And if you go back and watch your DVD or look at the case, he doesn't have a tail. Any toys you get, he doesn't have a tail. Books, he doesn't have a tail. That's a weird one. Looney Tunes, I always thought it was Looney Tunes as in cartoons, because they are cartoons, but it's not, it's Looney Tunes as in music, which has nothing to do with the show, so I don't really understand that. Mickey Mouse wearing braces. A lot of people remember him having red braces. Some people say they were black with like an outline, but he's never had braces ever. So that's all the Mandela effects that I'm going to talk about today, but if you liked it, leave me a thumbs up and I will make another Mandela effect video, because there's so many, there's loads out there, and I will see you next time.